Okay, so we are round number 4, UK Open, and we see Dracotail versus, oh god, Dinomorphia. I'm already feeling unmotivated to try to play here, man. Or try to watch, rather. Oh god, I hate Dinomorphia so much. So, I played against Dinomorphia like twice in my life. I don't know what these cards do, but I know they pay half their life points to do every single action. So, we're going to see Jordan start off, and I'm glad he is because we are going to see him perform some Dracotail plays, and he's going to start with a Malulu, which is going to fuse off Lucas itself and Urgula to make Arthalion. And he's going to set Rahu, Ketu, and a copy of the Flame into his back row whilst getting back Malulu and the Lucas to his hand. Awesome. Now, from here, he can go ahead and utilize the Ketu and the Rahu not only to get a 5 mana to his hand if he doesn't have one already, but also to fuse into an Gulamel so that Urgula can grab back the 5 mana from the graveyard. So this will also allow him, if he hasn't drawn them, to set the other 2 traps from the deck to the field. And I mean, this is going to be a standard Dracotail board, but overall it should be good. However, we do see Alice activate the Dominus Impulse. Now, this is a little strange, right? Oh, never mind. It looks like Impulse works with Dinomorphia as all the monsters, the relevant ones, are dark. So, okay. A little unfortunate for Jordan. He could go 5 mana to fuse, but it doesn't look like he has any additional Dracotail monsters in hand to be able to, you know, get the other effects off. But it looks like he is going to go for it anyways. This is going to fuse. Okay, I feel like he has some regret here, and honestly, I would too. But he could always summon Secretarion, and he does. Secretarion is now going to go ahead, target probably Malulu. Oh, okay. Urgula's gonna activate first. Cool. Now Secretarion should target Malulu and the what's his face Lucas to summon the Lucas, put back the Malulu, and then get a search off, which could always be an Urgula. It could also be Pan if he wants to get some monster interruptions here. And now, overall, this leaves him in a much better state than not having activated the 5 mana. So he'll still have 4 cards in hand. Again, he's not going to be able to end off with the other 2 traps, but maybe they will not be necessary. We'll find out. Not much to say here, except since he started with Malulu, if he plays Seals, he can go into it, but it's fine. We'll see how the Dracotail matchup plays into the Dinomorphia matchup. And here we're going to see Alice start with Theresia. Theresia says when you normal summon or special summon this card, you can set 1 Dinomorphia trap from your deck to your spell and trap zone. Then if the life points are 2,000 or less, it gains 500 attack, but that effect is not going to be relevant as of right now. So it's going to go ahead and set Dinomorphia Sonic, which is a counter trap. This negates a opponent's spell or trap activation. And destroys the card by paying half their life points. And then it looks like they have to destroy a Dinomorphia monster they control. Oh, and now we also see Jirac cards. We see the Jirac Aolo, I believe it's called. Let me make sure. This is not Velo, although it looks like Velo, but I guess they all look the same. No, this is going to be the Jirac Megalo. Jirac Megalo can special summon itself if you control a dinosaur monster. Upon reading that, Jordan is going to activate the 5 mana to fuse into what is likely to be a Gulamel. No, it is a Mysterion. Oh, okay. Doing this so that he can call Dinosaur and banish both the Theresia and the Megalo here. And so this is also going to net him a set, which is going to be the Ketu Dracotail. Yeah, I mean, you already placed it onto the field. You kind of have to commit. I think he maybe wanted to go for a trap card, but it's fine. Now, Alice, what more can she do? I do see a spell in hand, and I think there's a Dinomorphia trap on there as well. She sets 2 cards and passes. Okay. So now Jordan starting his turn yet again. We could see Alice start making some plays, but only time can tell. I know one of their traps is a fusion summon, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, so there is the Frenzy. So Frenzy, during the opponent's main, they can pay half their life points to special summon, no, fusion summon a Dinomorphia fusion from the extra deck using 1 monster from your deck and 1 from the extra deck as a fusion material. So from here, they're going to go ahead and resolve, so this does not get interrupted. Let's see. This is going to send a Dinomorphia Stealth Bergia to the graveyard, and I forgot what else from the deck in order to bring out the Kent Regina. So 2 Dinomorphia monsters with different names. It loses life points equal to your life points. No, loses attack, I'm sorry, equal to their life points. So it's at 0 now? That's interesting. We'll see what it can do. Right now, she is going to activate the Frenzy. This says when your opponent activates a card or effect while your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card from your graveyard. You take no effect damage from your opponent's card effects this turn. Okay. That is responding to the, what's her name, 5 mana. And now we're going to see her go through the deck. Oh, okay, never mind. I think what happened instead is the Kent Regina paid half their life to copy the effect of the trap card, so that's why it was banished. And now she's at 2k life points, so now the fusion is at 2k attack points. And now she does summon the Rex term. This requires a Dinomorphia fusion monster plus a Dinomorphia monster to fusion summon it. Your opponent cannot activate effects of monsters they control that have attack greater than or equal to your life points. So all the current monsters on the field are currently dead, so they cannot activate their effects. SP Little Knight could be really good, but we know that they have the counter trap set, so how is Jordan going to respond to this field? It doesn't look like he has anything available, right? I mean, again, you can go for an SP Little Knight, but that's just gonna get stopped by the counter trap. If he had a Horn, this would have been a lot easier to deal with. So here we do see the SP Little Knight be link summoned, activating the effect to likely... Oh, okay. They decide to target one of the back row. Probably the known counter trap. No, this hits Sonic. No, yeah, that is a counter trap. If that's the case, I guess maybe they didn't know it doesn't negate monster effects. I didn't know until I reread it, so... interesting blender here. I think if anything, they should have targeted the Rex term unless they couldn't. Let's see... Yeah, no, I don't know that that they have any relevant protection here. Interesting. Okay, well, they're going to now fusion summon for the Gulamel, utilizing Malulu and the Urgla. Okay, that's actually a really good way to stop the Rex term's effect. Urgla will not be able to activate, but the other 2 will. And Called by the Grave is going to be activated to likely target Malulu. One thing that Jordan has, though, is the, flame, so I would urge that he should activate it right now to stop the call. Worst case scenario, they have another card for it, in which case you lose anyway, so you might as well utilize it at this time. Come on, Jordan. Oh no, he uses the ghost spell instead. Is this going to get responded to? Looks like Alice has a response. Trapaholic. Okay. What's Trapaholic going to do in this circumstance? Let's see. Funny enough, today at Epic, they ended up selling all their Starlights for the Trapaholic copies that they had, so... target one spell and trap you control, destroy, and if you do set a okay, so they're essentially doing nothing with that card. They were going to use a Trapaholic to dodge the flame, however, it didn't go quite as Alice planned, so she decides to set a Song of the Dominators. And Urgla is now going to destroy the Songs of the Dominators, which means that she negged here in this exchange. The Malulu is now going to negate the Rextrem, and now Jordan has full reign to utilize his monster effects. And then remember, the fusion here is still at 2k, the other one that's on the field. So right now at this time, they have a way out here, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So Rahu Dracotail now being activated. If I was Jordan, oh well, he can't attack directly, right? No, he cannot. Yeah, I think I would have SP Little Knight. Yeah, nah, but it's irrelevant here. So the Rahu's going to go ahead and fuse for the Arthalion, which is going to target those two monsters on the field, remove them, and now with no cards on the field, Alice will lose this game. And wonderfully played by Jordan, actually. I love the way he played that. We'll be back in game number 2. Okay, so we got game number 2. We are going to see Alice start with a Fossil Dig. This searches for a dinosaur level 6 or lower, and that gets hit with Ash. Okay. One thing that people should know is that Fossil Dig is not a once per turn effect, so she will be able to resolve the second one and grab the Theresia once again. Theresia is now going to go ahead and set a Dinomorphia spell or trap, which, well, I guess only trap card, right? Yeah, they only have traps. Okay, I did not see which one she set, but it's irrelevant, fuck it. We're not going to worry about it. And now she's going to set 3 more cards, one of them being a Solemn Judgment, and I would say Evenly Matched is really strong, but you don't really see cards like that in Dracotail in the sideboard at all, or any board breakers for that matter, so this is going to be a tough nut to break. And now we see an anti-spell that got flipped up in the standby phase, which is going to make things even harder, especially considering that Jordan has a Ketu and a Rahu in his hand. But here we're going to see Fualos be activated in the hopefully draw or standby, because the fusion effect is only relevant in the main phase. So he's going to set 3 cards and then pass. And if Alice wants to play right now, she will have to give Jordan some draws, and Jordan's looking a little happy about that, as he's going to get at least 1 draw from the Frenzy. So she is now going to fusion summon by sending a copy of the Diplos and a copy of... Wait, that's it? The Kent Regina requires another monster, no? Unless I just missed it? Okay. Sure. I guess she only needs 1 material? Maybe I misunderstood? Oh, okay, no. Looks like she is noticing that she did not send enough materials. Okay, there we go. So now she sends the Stealth Bergia. And now she's going to copy the effect of the trap card to fusion summon once again, sending a Theresia from the main deck. And I forgot what else. I guess she just moved a little too quickly there to bring out the Rextrem. And now with 2 draws in his hand, Jordan still has no real play, so he's going to pass. And let's see if Alice is able to win here. So again, we know that the Kent Regina loses attack equal to her life points, so it's going to be at 2,000 right now. The Rex term, let's see. The Rex term can increase the attack of the monsters on the field, or not. No, it becomes equal to the life point. So she's just going to go ahead and swing at this time. Dealing, what, 3, 2, 5, plus the Theresia. 6,500 points of damage, I believe. And now she's going to Synchro Summon for a Chaos Angel. That's incredible. And that's going to banish a Ketu. Unfortunate. Now she sets one more card, and now he's going to start his turn. This was made with only Dark, so the only relevant effect that Chaos Angel has on the field is that their monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. That's about it. So now, we're going to go ahead and see Jordan look at the board state, and I wonder if he's going to even be able to play. But the first action should be to act... Oh, okay. Imperm. Interesting. This is not bad at all. This might force Alice to activate the Judgment, which she does, and this is actually kind of amazing here. Jordan, I believe, has 5 cards in hand to be able to play with, so he should be able to activate this Rahu unless she has a Imperm to negate this. And Alice is thinking really hard here about what she should do in response, but if she has an impulse, she might as well use it. Oh, but instead she is going to use Iron Thunder. I think this also pays another half of her life points in order to activate. Let's read this card here. Yeah, pay half your life, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card and any other cards in the same column. Okay. Good job on Jordan for playing around the columns here. Now he's going to go ahead and fuse with the 5 mana. Or at least use 5 mana to fuse, rather. So let's see what he is able to send here. So it's going to be a copy of Pan and Fua in order to fuse for... Well, it's going to be Gulamel. Okay. So Pan is going to activate its effect to set a card and then destroy a monster on the field. Looks like Alice has no response for that, so this is dangerous territories for Alice, considering the fact that she could lose here. And now we're going to see Jordan look at the graveyard before deciding to target the Chaos Angel, not deciding to do anything else. Probably going to use the Horn to bounce the Rex term. Okay. And he passes. And of course, it's not like he could have done much anyways in terms of playing any spell cards, because the anti-spell fragrance is still there. So, now the life points here in the counter shows 2k. She should not be at 2k. She should be at 500. She paid half for oh my god, Theresa. She paid half for, there we go. So now 250. I believe the Rex term ended up utilizing the effect here to make it gain, or make its attack be equal to the life points. Oh well, whatever. But now that Theresa is summoned, she is going to be able to utilize or set another Frenzy from the deck. Okay. And it looks like the Theresa is going to attack into the Gulamel. Did this drop the attack actually? Oh, this changes the attack of the monsters on the opponent's field. Oh man. Maybe he should have summoned the Gulamel in defense mode. Oh, that's such a unfortunate blunder by Jordan. Okay, well, it looks like we'll be back in game number 3. What an unfortunate blunder from Jordan. That was actually a very winnable game on his end, and unfortunately that one small misplay caused him defeat early on, where he potentially could have kept playing. But we are going to see Malulu be normal summon in game number 3 to start. Alice, thinking really hard about whether or not she wants to stop this, potentially has an impulse. And instead, she has Song of the Dominators, which is going to negate the Malulu's effect on field. But it's okay. Oh, okay. Jordan does have an Ash Blossom. So the Ash Blossom can stop songs because it includes an effect that can add a card to his hand. So we're going to see the Arthalion be summoned, which is going to target the Malulu and the Ash Blossom. And then Malulu and Lucas will go ahead and set him a few cards here, which is going to be the Rahu and the Ketu. So he starts with a fresh hand here. He potentially could have left the Malulu in the graveyard and add back Lucas instead, but we'll see what he chooses to do after. So Ketu resolves, adding the 5 mana. Will Rahu resolve, or will it be met with an impulse? And the answer is yes, it will resolve. So we're going to see the Arthalion, not Arthalion, but maybe Secretarion be summoned here. But no, it's going to be Gulamel. And now we're going to see 5 mana and the Urgla be activated to set some trap cards. This is going to be the Horn and the Sting. Interesting how these are both fusion decks, but one is definitely better than the other with their own respective engines. So now we're going to see the Urgla also resolve, adding the 5 mana to his hand. Now let's remember that, well, no, never mind. Songs did get negated. Okay, now he should be fine. He sets one more card and then passes. Okay. So Alice is thinking here at this point in time whether or not Jordan has any responses, but Dinomorphia is a deck that does play evenly matched, so let's see if she is going to utilize it. Jordan thinking a little hard here about what he wants to do. If she tried to go end of main, Jordan may be forced to use his trap cards. Now, if you're ever met in a situation where you may get even lead, you definitely go to the battle phase, and at the start of the battle phase, use your trap cards. But here, it looks like he's not going to fall for the bluff, but unfortunately, I would have fell for the bluff. But I'm not the player here. And even though Jordan is going to be able to draw some cards, it's kind of irrelevant because these cards here will be banished. So they are gone for good. This is why you want to do it at the start of the battle phase, so that the cards actually go to the graveyard so that you can actually keep what you want to keep. And so, yeah, unfortunate that this had to occur. I also think that if I was Jordan, I would have bounced the Gulamel instead of the Malulu, but that's neither here nor there. Now, this is the first time we see Diplo come out to the field. So this card says you can send a Dinomorphia card from your deck to the graveyard. And that's about it, because the other effect is only if the opponent has 2,000 or less life points. So that effect will also be irrelevant at this time. So Alice will send Frenzy. Frenzy does have a graveyard effect, but we may not see that be activated. She sets 3 cards, and in the end of the main phase, we're going to see the 5 mana activate her effect. And then Gulamel is going to change to pop a spell or trap on the field, which is going to be the Dinomorphia Instinct, I think. Is that what it's called? No, Sonic. No, that's not Sonic. It's Intact. Okay. And it's going to use Malulu, and this brings out the Chaos Dragon, which is going to be game, because she is going to have no other cards on field except for the monster. So good game to Jordan for winning the round number 4, and we'll be back in round number 5. That was an amazing gameplay showing, despite all the odds being against Jordan, and hopefully you guys learned something new about how to play against the Dinomorphia matchup. This has been RGB Fox, and we'll be back in the next video.